Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. Welcome to this week's Oracle card guidance and lesson. We are working with the 7 Energies Oracle, and we're picking 7 cards, and they're upside down so you can't see the colors. I know some of you are saying like, I can tell the colors of the one I'm picking. So I haven't seen them yet myself, so this is going to be fun. Pick a number between 1 and 7, and that card will be something extra for you to focus on this week. And remember, this is a beautiful week because we're coming up to a brand new moon. And this new moon in Libra, I love new moons in Libra because it's really about coming to know another, the kind of compromise that's beautiful, healing relationships, just really a lot of really positive things that Libra brings into play. But now we're going to be talking about the Oracle. So this, for those of you who are new, Oracle cards tell a story. They reflect the energy that plays out for all of us that are watching this video. And these are the things that you could experience this week. So it's kind of like a weather report. And then your personal context, you'd see the Astro Oracle reading, and you can put it all together, and you'll find that it's very, very accurate. So this is for everybody. This is for this week. And let's see what the cards are saying. So the first card for the week sets the tone. It's called an anchor card. And it is the second energy of the story that we tell about our emotions. And it's feeling the world. And what I love about this card is it's a big reminder for those of us who are empaths. I don't know what the rest of the cards are going to say, but empaths feel too much sometimes. And so when you watch the news and you're very impacted by what you are exposed to and other people's emotions and feelings, etc., you could find yourself quivering in a corner, feeling assaulted by the energy that isn't yours, or you might tune in just too much. So the fact that this is a week of empathy overload, because that's when feeling the world it comes up, it could be either that you are feeling, everything, and then you might be feeling too much of everything. So we want to really focus this week on taking care, self-care techniques about reducing your anxiety and caring for your energy and ensuring that you have really good boundaries, because it's that second energy that talks about setting boundaries, having feelings, having a right to our feelings, and then how do we manage those feelings and not allow the more challenging ones to go too far and become too extreme. So we want to stay in today. And I always say, if we can stay in 24 hours a day, anything is possible. We can handle pretty much anything. So keep in mind, this is a week of feelings. Okay, now the second card will tell us more about the first one. Hopefully it's going to tell us what to do with it. And it does. It's called a deep breath. And so this is a card number 7 in the first energy, which is the story of security, how we live our lives, how we see ourselves in the material world. It also talks about family, money, our relationship to our security. And this card specifically talks about fear and the antidote to fear, which is faith. It's about trusting and breathing. So it's, what do we do when we feel too much? We need to deep breathe. We need to detach a little bit. And that doesn't mean that we need to in any way bypass what's going on in our conditions and our reality. But it does tell us that we can become very overwhelmed by it. And also we can't think straight when fear is running the show. So you'll notice on my Facebook page and on Instagram that I'm teaching you guys different techniques of how to manage your anxiety and manage your feelings, etc. So you can be sure I'll be doing videos every day about how to do all of this. But anyway, so this is telling us that we want to find a way, whatever technique that you have learned. I love the tapping solution. There's so many Donna Eden's work. There's so many places that you can find ways and really quick solutions to manage your anxiety and your fear. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean you're going to be afraid, okay? This is not a prediction that you're going to be afraid. It says that this is such a tumultuous time. you've got to manage those emotions, right? And deep breathing is the way to do it, because we have to trust that there's something greater than us and let it go. I love this. You can't make this up. I love this. So let it go is really like, how important is it for us to be hanging on one thing, for example, like what about the rest of our lives? So it's saying to us, if it's not serving us to be fixated, like you don't want to go and watch the water boil, right? Like, or wait for the turnip that you planted in the garden to sprout. Like you put it there and then you take care of other things. So let it go is so important. It's about forgiveness. It's about releasing your expectations and your projections and on other people and circumstances around you that temporarily may not go according to what you desire. So it's like, where should I focus on doing things that make me feel good? That's the other thing. You want to feel good in spite of the fact that everything feels a little tumultuous and turmoil-y. I don't know if that's even a word, but anyhow. Oh, I love this. Ears wide open, that's the energy center that relates to communication. So it's about deep listening. So I love this. I think it was last week or the week before, we talked about think before you speak. And this is yet again this week. Think before you post. Think before you answer something on social media, for example. Take time out is what this is saying. Manage your feelings. And remember that in the 24 hours that you exist and that you take your place in your own tiny little universe, because there's like lots of different layers to this. If you have deep listening and you ask, what does Spirit want me to know? What does the universe have in store for me? And what are other people not saying? Because if you have your ears wide open, you also can hear between the lines. But also, can you listen to others that don't have the same opinion as you? Or, listening to others that are on the other side of the line, for example. And that's difficult. But it is required of us this week to learn a little bit. Like, why is this? Why do you have an opinion that's different from mine without fighting over it, which is do whatever. Oh, wish upon a star. I love this. Okay, so let's summarize these first 4 cards again. Remember, feeling the world, a deep breath, let it go, and ears wide open. So it tells us right up front that we need to manage our feeling state this week, stay away from anything that really triggers us, really breathe deeply, manage our fear, because sometimes our fear is false evidence appearing real, or we're projecting an expectation of something in the future. That tends to happen. We get stuck in the past, or we're stuck in the future, and we're not in the present moment, and that's what that says. Let it go. It's like, how badly do you need to be right? How badly do you need to hold on to a resentment? Or can you just let that go to make space between you and another, or others in general? Ears wide open, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to other people. What are they saying? Listen before speaking. A wish upon a star means don't give up on your dream. So this is really about, doesn't matter what you're seeing play out in front of you, hold space for your deepest desires. It's really important to recognize that when you have an inspired desire for your life and for your family and for your community and for what you feel is beautiful and equitable and better in your world, it's important that you maintain that connection to that wish, if you will. There's an innocence to that, but it's also a time where we really don't know. So we haven't seen this out pictured yet. We have to kind of wait it out. But we don't have to wait the feeling state. We can trust that today, in spite of whatever is going on in front of me, I can still hold space for that beautiful, inspired desire for something better. So remember that you need to nurture that. Now, what happens? Oh, this is very cool. You can't really I'm telling you, Oracle cards are so amazing. You cannot make this up. So the Uncharted Sea is the next card. So we go from all of this emotion and having to manage it, navigate it, etc., into making sure that we're listening, etc. Big self-care week. Wishing upon a star, remembering, you count, your wishes. But the Uncharted Sea says we haven't got there yet. So Uncharted, my book Uncharted, it was written way too soon. It should have been delivered this year, talks about how do we manage uncertainty. And so when we start on a new adventure, it means we have to admit we don't know yet what that's going to look like. We're stepping into uncharted territory. This is something we haven't experienced yet in our lifetime or in our personal experience, and we need to explore with curiosity. That's really the best way to manage the uncharted sea, is step into this trusting your boat will not capsize. And then last but not least, beyond the ordinary. I love this. This is relating to the energy of the spirit and our relationship to spirit. We have to remember, sometimes we think it's all about us, that we're the ones that are having to do everything, and if we don't act, et cetera, but there's a partner that we have, and that partner is spirit, or the universe, or the quantum field that responds to our consistency of thought and feelings and organization, etc., that there is divine order. We just don't know what that looks like yet. So there's a need to trust this week. I think this is what I'm getting from this reading, is that big self-care, be careful, think before you speak, and also trust in this invisible partner that we have that is manifesting our destiny on our behalf in partnership with us. We're not alone in the action, but it does say it's also like, don't be an armchair astronaut. We do have to take action one day at a time to move towards the greatest dream that we have. So whatever that action is for you, that's what you need to be focused on this week too. All right. Ooh, interesting week. And I will see you next time. If you like this video, well, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, leave a comment. We love to read them. Take care.